Welcome back to another 2-Minute Tuesday, a series where we address some of the most common questions people have as they try to navigate the mixing or tracking process. Today's episode focuses on sample rates, those seemingly random numbers staring you in the face on your external preamp, channel strip, or audio interface. In order to understand what they are, it's important to define exactly what digital audio is and how it works. In its simplest sense, digital audio is data stored and manipulated within a computer system. How it gets there is through a series of snapshot measurements, or samples. These are converted into binary data, and voila! You have your session to work with. The speed at which these samples are taken is measured into kilohertz and is adjustable in your DAW's project settings. To understand more about what they mean, we must take a deeper dive into the measuring process. You're recording a singer. He or she sings into a microphone, which produces an analog wave for you to work with in your session. To capture the full wave that we see, though, the computer must detect and measure both its positive and negative stages. What that means to you, as the audio engineer, is that you basically need to capture the complete wave at least twice to be able to portray its entire frequency, a rate called the Nyquist rate. The most common sample rate people tend to use is 44.1 kilohertz, or 44,100 samples per second. Most people can hear frequencies between 20 hertz and 20,000 kilohertz. This 20 to 20 guideline is scientifically accepted as the standard range for everything we should hear. So if people can hear up to 20 kilohertz, you should be recording at 40 kilohertz then, right? Well, almost. We now must bump up the sample rate to 44.1 to allow frequencies up to 22.05 kilohertz to be recorded. This will place our Nyquist frequency outside of our hearing range, and therefore not allow distortion or artifacts to occur within our hearing spectrum. 48 kilohertz is also commonly used in most professional settings, and if you're working in video, this is the sample rate for you. Rates of 88.2 kilohertz, 96 kilohertz, 176.4 kilohertz, and 192 kilohertz result in higher Nyquist frequencies, giving you higher definition audio. However, this is inaudible to the human ear and increases your session size dramatically. But unless you have a specific reason to record at these samples, I'd highly recommend sticking to 44.1 to 48 kilohertz. Finally, whatever rate you track your session in, it's important to maintain it uniformly throughout the entire session. If the rate gets off, your beautiful song might just sound drunk or too fast. Well, that wraps it up for another edition of 2-Minute Tuesdays. Thanks a lot for watching. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button to keep up with our future episodes. My name is Mike, and we'll see you next week for some more recording specifics. See you then.